Hey there, cruise lovers. Whether you're dreaming of your first voyage or you've already danced under 100 sunsets at sea, welcome aboard Travel Vibes. If you're someone who loves waking up in a new port, sipping coffee with an ocean view, and collecting memories instead of souvenirs, you're in the right place. But let's be honest, cruises go by fast. And if you're not careful, you can waste precious hours without even realizing it. In today's video, I'm sharing 15 ridiculous time wasters all cruisers must avoid so you can spend less time in lines and more time living the dream. So go ahead, tap that subscribe button and join the Travel Vibes crew. Let's make every cruise moment count. Number 1. Don't arrive late on embarkation day. Cruise lovers know this well. The moment your feet hit that gangway, your vacation officially begins. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Arriving late to the port means you're already missing out. I've seen it happen far too often. Travelers stroll in hours after boarding opens, thinking they're avoiding the crowds. In reality, they've skipped the golden window when pools are still empty, restaurants have no lines, and spa reservations are wide open. Now, if you're the kind of person who loves quiet moments on deck, or wants that perfect photo by the railing without 100 people behind you, you need to board early. Just like savvy Disney park-goers, rope drop the rides. They cruise smart, not late. So here's your cruise savvy move. Grab the earliest embarkation slot the moment check-in opens, usually 30 to 45 days before sailing. Set a reminder, because these fill up fast. And if you're flying in the night before, choose a hotel near the port. A few extra dollars can save you from airport delays and morning panic, and give you a smooth, stress-free start to your voyage. Your cruise doesn't begin when the ship leaves. It begins the moment you step aboard. So don't miss it. Number 2. Not booking reservations in advance? That's a rookie mistake. Let me tell you, cruise ships may feel like floating cities, but unlike real cities, there's a cap on how many people can fit into that specialty restaurant, that Broadway-style show, or that early morning Pilates class. And the demand? Oh, it's real. Especially for cruisers who love fine dining, live entertainment, or wellness at sea. Now, I say this with a little embarrassment. On one of my own cruises, I thought, I'll just wait till I board to book my yoga sessions. By the time I logged into the app, every single class was full. For the entire week. I was so frustrated, I almost signed up for nap yoga in my cabin. So here's your friendly warning from someone who's been there. Download the Cruise Lines app before you even leave home. Get comfortable with it. Then, the moment reservations open, either a few days before or even while you're waiting in the terminal, grab your spots. It takes 5 minutes but can shape your whole vacation. Cruising is all about creating joyful moments, but some of the best ones, they're reserved. So don't miss out. Book ahead and let the good times roll. Number 3. Don't rush to guest services right away. Now here's a classic rookie move I see all the time. Passengers stepping on board and making a beeline straight for guest services. And I get it. You've got questions. Maybe your onboard credit isn't showing up. Maybe you're unsure about dinner times, but so does everyone else. The result? A line that wraps around the lobby like you're waiting to buy tickets for a Beyoncé concert. Not exactly how you want to start your dream vacation. Unless it's something urgent, like a cabin issue or a medical need. Breathe, settle in, and circle back later. The best kept secret? Guest services is open 24 hours. Swing by after dinner or first thing in the morning. No lines, no stress. As a cruiser who values ease, calm, and smart timing, you're not here to stand in queues. You're here to relax and enjoy. Let the others rush. You've got this figured out. Number 4. Skipping pre-cruise purchases? That's a time trap. Now let's talk about one of the most underrated time-saving secrets, buying your extras before you sail. It might feel easy to just wait and handle it on board, but here's the truth. The moment the ship sets sail, the lines start forming. At the Wi-Fi desk, at the drink package counter, at the excursion kiosk, and before you know it, you've spent your first afternoon standing around instead of sipping a piña colada by the pool. Here's the smarter move. Cruise lines almost always offer better prices when you pre-purchase online. You'll save money and dodge the crowds. And when it comes to excursions, don't leave it to chance. Wandering aimlessly through port, trying to find a decent taxi or activity, just adds stress. Instead, research ahead of time. Book through the cruise line or a trusted provider. That way, you're not just seeing the sights, you're actually soaking them in. Remember, smart cruisers like you know this simple truth. The more you plan ahead, the more you get to enjoy the now. Number 5. Stepping off the ship without a plan? Say goodbye to peace of mind. Sure, the idea of wandering through a new port city sounds like a dream, until reality hits. You step off the gangway and suddenly you're surrounded by shouting drivers, overpriced tours, and that sinking feeling of not knowing where to go. And for cruise lovers, people who cherish efficiency, safety, and rich cultural experiences, that kind of chaos is the last thing you want. I've seen seasoned travelers waste half their day trying to figure out what to do. Meanwhile, the smart ones, the ones who did just a little homework, are already enjoying a beach chair, a cold drink, or a guided walk through a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So what's the fix? Take 15 minutes before your cruise to research each port. Even if you don't book a formal excursion, know your must-see spots, how far they are from the port, and the safest way to get there. Google Maps is your best friend, until the Wi-Fi drops. Which brings us to this. Always screenshot or print your tour confirmations and directions. Port Wi-Fi is notoriously flaky, and trust me, you don't want to be the one frantically refreshing your email in the middle of Cozumel. A little prep goes a long way. It doesn't kill the spontaneity, it gives you space to actually enjoy it. Number 6. Falling into the Embarkation Day buffet trap. It's practically a cruise tradition. You step on board, the welcome music is playing, and your instincts say, "Buffet, here I come." And guess what? So does everyone else's. Before you know it, you're balancing a tray, searching for a clean table, dodging elbows at the salad bar, and settling for lukewarm food with a side of stress. But here's what experienced cruisers know. The buffet isn't your only option on day one. Many cruise lines quietly open the main dining room or select specialty restaurants for lunch, and they're often nearly empty. Imagine real plates, friendly service, and food that's actually hot. Now that's a welcome aboard meal. I once boarded a ship where the buffet looked like a Black Friday sale. Meanwhile, just one deck below, the dining room was peaceful, elegant, and had fresh seafood served on white tablecloths. Total game changer. So if you're the kind of traveler who values comfort, calm, and a great first impression, skip the buffet chaos and explore your quieter options. Your vacation deserves a better start than standing in line for soggy fries. Number 7. Picking my time dining. Right at peak hour flexibility sounds fantastic in theory. You get to eat when you want, on your own schedule. But here's the twist. When everyone wants the same thing at the same time, flexibility turns into frustration. On most cruises, peak dining hits around 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. That's when you'll see the line for my time dining wrap around like it's a popular steakhouse on Valentine's Day. And you're just trying to enjoy a peaceful dinner at sea. If you're someone who values a calm atmosphere, good service, and not waiting with a growling stomach, you've got a few smart options. Either show up early, think before 6 p.m., or wait until after 8 when the crowds thin out. Or better yet, consider traditional dining with a set time. It's consistent, smooth, and helps you plan the rest of your evening, whether you're heading to the theater, joining a trivia game, or catching that golden hour on deck. Remember, cruising is about ease, not elbowing through a queue while your filet gets cold. Make a choice your future self will thank you for. Number 8. Skipping room service on port days? You might be missing a secret shortcut. Let's be honest, port days are exciting, but they can also be hectic. You're rushing to get dressed, grabbing your backpack, double-checking your excursion time, and then bam, you're stuck in a buffet line with 100 other cruisers trying to grab breakfast before the clock runs out. But here's what seasoned cruisers know and love. On port mornings, room service is your best friend. It saves you the chaos, gives you time to breathe, and starts your day with calm instead of crowd control. Most cruise lines still offer free continental breakfast delivery, especially if you order the night before. Imagine waking up to fresh fruit, pastries, and hot coffee delivered right to your stateroom while the rest of the ship is scrambling. It's one of those small pleasures that makes a big difference. Even Oprah once said, "The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate." A peaceful breakfast on your balcony? That's a celebration worth having. So check your cruise app or cabin info guide and take advantage of this hidden gem. Trust me, your future self will thank you, especially when you're first in line for your morning excursion. Number 9. Relying on cash on board? That's slowing you down. Now I get it. Using cash feels smart and safe, especially for travelers who like to stay in control of their budget. But here's the part no one tells you. On a cruise ship, cash can become a major time waster. You'll find yourself trekking back and forth to guest services to top up your account, check your balance, or worst of all, stand in line on disembarkation day just to settle your bill. Not exactly the relaxing vibe we're all chasing at sea. The better option? Link a credit card to your account before you board. It's quick, it's seamless, and you can still track every purchase from your cabin TV or the cruise app. You're not giving up control, you're gaining freedom. Even travel expert Rick Steves once said, the biggest travel luxury is time. And on a cruise, that's especially true. So why waste it standing in lines over a coffee bill when you could be out on the deck watching the sun dip into the sea? You didn't come here to count bills. You came to make memories. Let tech do the work, and let yourself enjoy the ride. Number 10. Skipping ship exploration on day 1? You're already behind. Let's face it, modern cruise ships are massive. We're talking floating resorts with more decks than some small hotels. If you wait until day 3 to figure out where your favorite spots are, you'll spend half your trip just trying to get your bearings. I've met plenty of cruisers, excited, adventurous, ready for fun, who wasted time zigzagging between wrong decks, looking for the spa, or getting lost trying to find the main theater 5 minutes before a show. Not exactly the stress-free getaway they imagined. The solution? After embarkation, take a casual hour to explore the ship. Walk the decks. Locate the dining rooms, pools, gym, bars, and lounges that matter to you. If you're a visual person, grab a paper map or snap photos of the deck plan. Even better, study it online before you sail. Celebrity Cruises, Royal Caribbean, and Norwegian all have deck layouts available online or on their apps. Use them like you would a hotel floor plan. As cruise legend John Heald often says, know your ship and you'll enjoy your trip. Because the faster you feel at home, the more every moment feels like vacation, not a scavenger hunt. Number 11. Forgetting to confirm your onboard credits? That's a cruise rookie mistake. Let me ask, have you ever been promised onboard credit or a special discount, and then it mysteriously disappears once you're on the ship? Trust me, it happens more often than you think. And for those of us who love bonus perks, travel upgrades, and loyalty rewards, it can feel like a major letdown. The fix is easy, but most cruisers overlook it. Just screenshot or print every confirmation email you get, especially the ones from travel agents, loyalty programs, or early bird deals. That little digital receipt becomes your golden ticket if anything goes missing. I once spoke to a couple who had earned a $150 credit from a past guest promotion with Princess Cruises. It never showed up on their onboard account. But because they brought proof, it was sorted in 5 minutes instead of them standing in line for an hour. Cruisers like us don't mind planning ahead. We enjoy the process. So take that final step before you sail. It's like packing your passport. If you don't have it, you can't claim it. Your time is better spent sipping cocktails on the deck, not explaining discounts at guest services. Number 12. Booking a hotel far from the port? You're gambling with your vacation. I know the feeling. You spot a hotel deal that looks too good to pass up. A few extra miles from the cruise terminal, but hey, you're saving money, right? Well, here's the truth. Seasoned cruisers know too well. Those savings often cost more in stress, time, and missed opportunities. Staying far from the port means waking up extra early, battling traffic you don't know, hoping the shuttle isn't late, and watching the clock tick down as your embarkation window closes. It's not the kind of morning that sets the tone for a dream vacation. Now compare that to this: a quiet hotel within walking distance or a short taxi ride from the terminal. You sleep better. No last-minute panic. You check in early, grab a drink by the pool, and start exploring the ship while others are still waiting in line. Even travel veterans like Samantha Brown always recommend choosing convenience over savings when it's the first day of your trip, because that first impression matters. Cruise lovers thrive on smooth starts, smart timing, and zero stress. So book the hotel that puts you closer to the gangway and further from chaos. Number 13. Overloading your sea days? You're missing the magic. Sea days, those peaceful stretches of ocean where time seems to slow down. But here's the funny thing. Many cruisers treat sea days like a to-do list on steroids. They cram in every trivia game, cooking demo, towel folding class, and dance lesson like it's a race. Before long, they're not just tired, they're stressed. And that's the opposite of what a sea day is meant to be. Now, if you're someone who loves slow mornings, good books, long conversations, or just breathing in salty air from a lounger, give yourself permission to do less. You don't have to earn your relaxation, it's built into the cruise. Even Ariana Huffington, founder of Thrive Global, talks about the power of rest and stillness. Your brain needs downtime to process joy. Your body needs it to recharge. So block out space to be still. Watch the horizon. Sip something warm. Nap in the solarium. This is how your cruise starts to feel longer, deeper, and more satisfying. The ocean doesn't rush, neither should you. Number 14. Underestimating port day chaos? That's a risky move. It's the last morning of your cruise. The sun's rising, you're still half asleep, and suddenly reality hits. Disembarkation day is not the peaceful goodbye you hoped for. Lines are long, elevators are jammed, customs is moving at glacial speed. And somewhere in that chaos, someone is panicking about missing their flight. If you've ever sprinted through an airport with sand still between your toes, you know this pain. That's why experienced cruisers follow one golden rule. Never book an early flight home. Always give yourself a buffer, at least a few extra hours. Delays happen, and it's better to wait in an airport lounge than sweat through immigration lines while watching the clock. And here's a lesser-known tip. Skip the buffet on disembarkation morning. Everyone goes there. Instead, head to the main dining room. It's usually calmer, faster, and a much more elegant way to end your trip. Even cruise expert Doug Parker from Cruise Radio swears by this one. Because a smooth ending, it leaves a better taste than any souvenir ever could. Number 15. Overlooking the power of a suite or priority perks? You might be missing more than comfort. Let's be honest, upgrades cost money, and not everyone is looking to splurge. But sometimes what looks like a luxury is actually a powerful time saver. Booking a suite doesn't just mean a bigger room. It often includes exclusive perks like private dining rooms with zero wait time, priority seating at shows, concierge service, and even access to private sun decks or lounges. For cruisers who love convenience, quiet spaces, and a touch of pampering, it's a game changer. Now, if a suite isn't in your plans, don't worry. Cruise lines like Royal Caribbean's The Key or Carnival's Faster to the Fun offer a budget-friendly way to skip long lines, board earlier, and reserve key activities before the crowd rushes in. It's not about being fancy, it's about being efficient, relaxed, and ahead of the game. Even travel author Pauline Frommer has said that sometimes the best value isn't the cheapest option. It's the one that gives you more time to enjoy the experience. And for those of us who cruise not just for fun, but for freedom, those extra minutes saved are priceless. Time is your most precious companion at sea. Not the fancy upgrades, not even the itinerary. It's those little moments. The sea breeze in your hair, spontaneous laughter with strangers turned friends, the hush of a sunset on the open deck that you'll carry home in your heart. You can always make more money. But those minutes lost to lines, stress, or poor planning, they don't sail back. So let's cruise with intention. Let's skip the chaos, embrace the calm, and make space for what truly matters. Joy, connection, discovery. If this video gave you clarity, or even just one aha moment, tap that like button and subscribe to Travel Vibes for more down-to-earth cruise tips with a whole lot of heart. And hey, what's one time-wasting mistake you wish you could undo on a past cruise? Drop it in the comments. Let's learn from each other and help the entire community cruise smarter. Until next time, take it slow, savor the sea, and never underestimate the power of one well-spent moment.